Action.
Welcome to Off Camera, the UC Film Society radio show all about movies. I'm Cam.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Ella.
And we'll be your directors for this episode. So we're back after a little break. We had the mid-sem break.
Been a while.
And I went away
Yeah.
to Singapore.
How was your
came
trip,
back.
Cam?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Did you watch any movies while you were away?
I watched so many.
That's
I
great
can't
to
wait to
hear.
get into
That
it.
makes me so happy.
many that I've been wanting to watch. And 8 hours on the plane gave me heaps of time.
Heaps
Yeah,
of time.
you gotta. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
is just
like
watch
I
a ton
finished
of
the
movies.
first movie and then was like, oh my God, we've only been going for like 2 hours. We still have so much time left.
Honestly, I look forward to plane rides, especially because I'm from America. So whenever I go back, I'm like, I can just watch every
everything.
movie and not feel bad about it. Because what else am I gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sick. Well, apparently Ella also, you also watched a lot, didn't you?
Yeah.
I suppose
watched a
It's been a
handful.
while since
It's
we've
been a while,
It's been
so
a while.
I had time to cook.
We've all been busy, but I'm sure we've been cooking while we've been busy.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So, well, Jake, do you want to
Definitely.
start us off? Just
Yeah.
Run us through a couple.
So I haven't been watching as much as I usually do, just because we've been.
This is
I've been
criminal.
making my own movies, as I'm sure we all
Yeah.
have
That's true.
recently.
We'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, we can. But I rewatched 2019's Joker recently in preparation for Joker Folie à Deux, which comes out this weekend, which I'm seeing in IMAX. Can't wait.
Nice.
I rewatched the first Joker film though. I haven't seen it since it came out in 2019, and I'm not really a fan of it, if I'm being honest. I used to really like it. I really liked it when it came out, but I found it really kind of like a mess when I revisited it. I mean, Joaquin's performance is really good. The score is really good. The cinematography by your guy, Lawrence Sher, is really good.
Larry.
Other than that, I think the writing is so flat, and I just think it's pretty shallow and not as deep as it wants to be. I'm still excited for the sequel, though, especially because I think it's going to take some risks, as I wish the first one did. At the time, it was kind of groundbreaking, but I think it's just been surpassed since, and the films it's riffing on are just so much better. That's just my take, though.
That's fair.
I also watched The Substance, which is a film that has come out recently by a French filmmaker who has a name that I can't pronounce, unfortunately, so I'm very sorry to that person. But it stars Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid, and it's a crazy body horror film that's also sci-fi. It's one of the most disturbing films I've seen in a while, the way it uses practical effects and production design and grotesque imagery to sell its ideas are really interesting. It's a crazy film, definitely not gonna be for everyone. Very ridiculous, very over the top, and just totally what I love, influenced by David Cronenberg and just going crazy in the body horror. Really disgusting movie. I highly recommend it. I also saw this a while back, but we haven't recorded in a while, so I wasn't able to talk about it. I finally got to watch. I saw The TV Glow, which is an A24 movie that came out in May in America. It came out this past month in Australia. It's really good. Really, really interesting. Really one of the most unique coming-of-age movies I've ever seen. Doing a coming-of-age story in such a unique way through the lens of horror, body horror, not as much as the substance. And also just like a really nostalgic, melancholic feeling. I had some issues with it, but at the end of the day, it was just very original and very awesome. I highly recommend it, especially for film students. It's very inspiring. And then lastly, two things I mentioned. The National Film and Sound Archive here in Canberra had a free screening of Into the Spider-Verse, so I went to do that. Saw it on the big screen.
millimeter.
No, it was just digital. I was just happy to see it on the big screen again. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
That's cool.
Definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. So after that, I revisited Across the Spider-Verse, which is as good. It's not as good. It's not as good. It's up there, though. I think the first one's definitely better. But Across the Spider-Verse is as impressive in the animation and is just awesome. I love both those movies, really. So that's kind of what I've been watching recently. I've also watched the first 2 episodes of The Penguin, which has been really good so far.
That's on. Oh, that's on
Binge and
HBO.
Foxtel
Oh fuck yeah. Okay.
in Australia. Yeah.
I'm never-
What have you guys been watching?
I can go
I'll let
next.
you go.
Okay. I watched the Netflix movie Uglies that came out, which is the dystopian book that came out years ago. I decided to watch it. Never read the books. My sister did read the books, and she said, you need to watch this. I watched it. Oh my God. It is terrible. It's something that Netflix should have definitely shelved, because they filmed it years ago, like 2020.
Wow.
Apparently. And then they were kind of like playing on do we put it out there? Do we keep it on the shelf? I think they should have kept it on the shelf. I don't think they should have ever put that out there, and I feel like Netflix has regretted it. I also watched, I rewatched Twilight. What a film. What a film.
Cooking.
Yeah, I was cooking, man.
Yeah.
Was over at my friend's house. She had never seen it. And I'm like, okay,
Wow,
you
that's
have
fun.
to see.
You do have to see
You
Twilight.
have to see
You do
Twilight.
have to see Twilight.
My Letterboxd review was that it was just indie girl meets emo boy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is.
I think there's somebody that watches them with Snapchat filters on, and it makes them so much better.
Yes.
They're pretty bad, but they're not the worst.
They're
movies
pretty
ever.
bad, but again,
Yeah.
I've
only seen the first one though. So.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen the other one, so we're gonna continue watching the other ones.
I
and
like
I'll
watching it nowadays just to see where Robin Pattinson started.
Yeah.
Because he is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
And what he's been able to do after that is just
he's
insane.
acting in Twilight. Wow.
Well,
something.
yeah,
There's something there.
I don't want to blame him.
Yeah, I don't want to blame it. It was his first one. But then straight after that, I went and watched Marriage Story. I needed
Oh my god.
refresher.
I love that movie so much.
Great film.
Have you seen it before? Had you seen it before?
Yes, I had seen it before.
Yeah.
I saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is powerful. So I rewatched it. I was like, I need a refresher after watching Twilight.
Yeah.
Then
that
I
movie's amazing.
watched on Netflix the recent TV show about the Menendez twins that came
Monsters?
out. Monsters.
I've heard about this one.
I only decided to watch it because I saw it was the creators of Dharma, and I want to see where they went with this, because Dharma was horrible.
It was bad. I heard it was bad.
And it's bad because no one on the victim's family consented to this film being made.
That's
and
just great.
there was a lot of things that nothing had properly been done, and the casting, sure, amazing. You got Evan Peters in Dharma,
great.
but you over sexualize this character, and now people are finding cannibalism cute and so fun to do. Like, yeah. TikTok went crazy when Dharma came out.
Yeah.
So then Monsters came out. TikTok's doing the same thing. Girls are doing the
Shocked.
same thing. And I'm like, these two boys are victims of abuse. Like, there's a lot you need to unpack in this story. But all I got from it was a lot of substance, a lot of half, nude men. And unfortunately making them not, these people that have been through abuse, but like, oh, look at this hot guy with his hot twin brother. Oh my God, aren't they just so hot? Like, that's what I got from it the whole time. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrid. I gave that a 0.5 star.
Fair.
Yeah.
Then,
Fair.
after that, to refresh my palate, I rewatched Monster House.
Oh, yes.
I haven't seen this one. I want to rewatch this film. I haven't seen this as a kid.
I was so thankful to watch it. It was like touching some grass. It was so good. Always loved that film. And then
It's terrifying.
I also
Gave me
watched.
nightmares.
I love it.
That
I
means
love
it was
Monster House.
good.
No, that means it's really good. Yes.
It was so good. Love it. DJ.
I was
Well,
scared that my house would
D-
come alive and eat me.
DJ and Chowder have a special.
That
in
animation
my
style
heart.
is really, really cool.
It is
Yeah,
cool.
it's interesting.
I like it.
Mhm.
I really do like it.
Mhm.
And I also watched The Black Klansman.
Oh, you guys
again,
watched that
I
for reading movies, right?
I don't do
Oh.
reading. I was
Oh, sorry.
rewatching it. Have you not?
No, I was asleep actually. I didn't go to. No, I
Okay.
got off the plane at
I thought you
8:30
watched it
that morning.
and then fell asleep.
No.
Never mind.
I got off.
Imagine.
I got off the plane at 8:30 that morning and got home. My head hit the pillow and I woke up at 4.
Black Klansman is one of the most powerful movies
so
of the past
powerful.
whatever years.
So powerful. I had to
I'm really
rewatch it.
disappointed that I didn't get.
It's
to
really
see it,
good.
but
It's really,
the
really
ending
good.
is just sells it.
So good. And then I watched Jaws because my
Oh.
partner has never seen Jaws before, and I went, we have to watch it.
what?
What did you
He
think? And
what did I think?
Yeah.
I love Jaws.
Good.
He loved it.
Good.
And I think he didn't think he was gonna like it because it's in the 70s and he's not a big fan of old kind of cinema
Mhm.
because he thinks it's boring. No, he liked it. He jumped at the really the jump scares in it.
The one in the head in the water always gets me.
Yeah, that one got him.
I know it's coming, but it always gets me.
Yeah, it got him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my God, that's actually scary." And I went, "Yeah, they cooked here."
That's one of the 10 best movies ever, and I know so many people that like don't think it's scary because of how it looks nowadays.
I still
and,
jump.
But it's also
I
you
still think
think
it's
back in
still as
back
effective
in the
as-
70s.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
I still think it's as effective as anything.
It's a great,
Mm.
great film. I think the pacing is also like really good, but I don't
Mm.
think he was ready for such a long film. Like it's not
Yeah.
short, it's long. We were there for a while, and he was like, I didn't expect it to be that long. I was like,
Yeah.
An underrated aspect of that movie is how funny it is too. I
yeah,
laugh a lot. when I'm
yeah.
watching that.
So do I.
Yeah.
It was good, but that's all I watched.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, that's a
Watched
good.
All
it.
right, let me.
It's a good mix.
yeah. It is a good mix.
From
Try
Uglies
and
to
remember.
Jaws.
Yeah, I know.
So, finally, I watched a bunch. This is probably the most I've ever watched
Let's go.
and talked about on an episode.
Yeah.
But started with Aliens after our deep dive on Alien.
Did you like it more or less than Alien?
I liked it more because there were
Interesting.
more aliens.
I think a good litmus test of what you like is, are you an alien or are you an aliens person?
Yeah, yeah.
I love both. I'm more of an alien person, but aliens.
I think
is great too.
Aliens was more funny.
Oh yeah, and it's more
and-
fun.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a fun movie,
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
you do need to watch the Alien first.
Yes,
But-
yes.
I think overall. Let me just.
Oh my
choke
gosh,
To death.
he's just
it was a
dying
really
in the
good
corner.
movie.
The weirdest thing about Alien 3, the one that comes after that, is they kill Newt off screen. I know. It's one of the strangest.
seen it yet, Jake. Why do you do me like this?
You don't
You
you don't
spoiled
see
it.
it in the movie.
That's so
They just get
sad.
rid of her.
That's so sad.
Sorry to spoil
What about
it,
the
but
cat though? The cat's not there.
Not there.
Oh,
Not there.
So sad. Well, I also watched The Fall Guy on
Yeah.
on the plane.
Yeah.
How was that?
I really liked it.
I haven't seen it.
I'm not a fan of that.
I liked it just from like the set jokes and like
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
working in
Yeah,
film
it's
and
a
that
good
kind of
like
thing. Like,
industry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
film.
yeah, I like this, but then the end of it was like, oh, it was.
I just think it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
With Ryan Gosling, with the guy that made Bullet Train, which I find really funny.
Yeah,
And I think Ryan Gosling, when he wants to be, is like one of the funniest people in Hollywood.
he was. I think it was really good.
I just didn't think the script gave him the right material.
It was okay. It was cool to see Sydney.
That's
and
a cool aspect of it.
more places.
If
in
I wasn't
Australia
from Sydney,
being
though,
used,
I would. There's like no.
'cause
Yeah, I like that they
I-
use Sydney.
Yeah, I wish more films would be filmed here.
One of my friends worked on that. I'm very
Oh, nice.
upset. He AC'd it.
Oh,
Oh, that guy.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah.
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden.
I mean, I don't know if I would really classify as a friends. Like I had chats with him, like a mate, mate,
Mm,
more of a
yeah,
mate.
yeah,
Super lovely. So
Acquaintance.
jealous.
Mm.
So jealous.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good film.
It's good.
I guess.
I also watched Civil War.
Oh,
Which
see, I love that one.
I really, really liked.
I'm glad you liked it.
I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
I think I need to watch it again
I
because
wanna
we're
rewatch
watching
it
it
too.
on the TV on like
yeah,
broadcast,
yeah.
so probably was a little bit crappy. But I really liked it. I liked it that it didn't fall into the politicalness.
It really doesn't
Mm.
Like
focus
it really
on that,
doesn't,
which is
focus on it.
very
I like-
strange. But
Yeah.
I think it kind of works.
but it focuses on the importance of journalists.
Oh yeah,
However, the ending I was a little
No,
bit angry
not good.
at.
Not a good
I
ending.
was kind of quite angry at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
all I'll
film
say
has
about it.
flaws, but I think it's just an unbelievable experience, especially in IMAX, dude.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
sound design, like of the gunshots. I was jumping. I got jump scared by the sound, which has never really happened to me before.
That scene with the
Jesse Plemons.
mass grave.
Yes.
Yes, him.
One of the best scenes of this year.
That was chilling.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
That
one.
was
It's one of the best
genuinely
scenes.
chilling. Like I'd
Yeah.
seen the memes about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was so scary.
Yeah. I really just love the cinematography in that. I think some of the shots are really, really cool.
Yeah, it was
I
really
love
beautiful.
the music, some of the performances, especially Jesse Plemons. It's definitely still one of my favorite films of the year.
I do like the run and gun style as well.
Yeah, the
I
whole
think-
third act into the White House was
Yeah.
so engaging and so thrilling and so exciting. So yeah,
I
people,
wish-
a lot of people hate that movie, but I'm a defender.
Yeah, I do like the run and gun style because it
Mhm.
makes it feel more achievable.
Mm.
Yeah, you feel like you're there too.
Yeah, definitely. I also watched Ghost Rider. Unfortunately,
Never seen it.
it's just a terrible movie. Don't watch it. Moving on. I watched Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Heard of it?
Heard of it, you know,
This is my second favorite Harry Potter movie.
I've heard it's okay. No, I really like it. I think I need to watch all of them over the space of a couple of days, quite close together, to be able to figure out which one I like.
I always do it over Christmas.
because I do it like first and second one,
Yeah.
and then from 3 onwards, it's so hard to pick.
3, 4, 5 is like crazy. Like
yeah.
you don't get much better than that.
It's so good.
6 is not that bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
But and 7 and 8 are really good too.
7 and 8, absolutely now. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired.
Oh.
I also
A
watched
little.
Fantastic Beasts, which was
Oh, I've never seen those.
yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Could have been better. And then I'm disappointed actually. On the plane, they didn't have Crazy Rich Asians, which is like, come on, that's the quintessential travel movie you
Never seen
watch
it.
when you're on. Okay, you can get out, Jake. But I watched Crazy Rich Asians as well again,
Yeah.
and I still really like it.
Yeah.
It was really cool, but it was also cool to see like, oh, I've been there. That's really cool.
Nice.
And then I watched Star Trek Into Darkness.
Not a Trek. Not a Trekkie.
Not a Trekkie. That's fair. I would definitely prefer Star Wars, but I've seen the 3 new ones with Chris Pine, and I really liked them. I think they were cool. I really wish they could continue them.
Also, J.J. Abrams is an interesting director, to say the least.
That too. I'm not a fan of the lens flares. I'm really sick of them.
It's terrible.
But then finally, I watched The Last of Us. Finally.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch this forever, and I'm so glad that I did. I really, really liked it. And
Yeah, it's
now
really
I need
good.
to play the game.
Season 2 trailer came out.
Yes. Also, the Season 2 trailer came out, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well, because
Yeah.
we've got so much news. We
so
missed
much.
so much. They just decided to dump it on us
Yeah.
while we were away. But yeah, I really liked it. I think the episode with Bill,
It's definitely the standout.
probably my second favorite.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. I know there was one I liked more. The giraffes.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That
really
scene
cool.
in the game never fails to make
It's
me
like-
cry.
it
It's my
was-
favorite game of
Mm.
all time. I thought the TV show
Yeah.
had impossible expectations for me. I obviously didn't like it as much as games, but I still really like the show.
I was expecting to feel a lot more emotion in the final episode.
I think the ending was rushed.
Yeah.
They rushed the whole entire last section of the game.
But that's okay
It's fun.
because they split the second one into 2 seasons.
I think Fallout is a superior video game show, but that's just a hot take that I have.
I guess I need to watch it. I haven't finished Fallout, so
Crazy.
You need to finish Fallout, please.
okay.
Yes, please.
All right. And yeah, that's all I watched.
Yeah.
Nice. Good chunks.
Pretty good.
Anything you're planning to watch soon?
Oh, yeah. I mean, technically, I've
Joker
already
2?
started.
Yes.
Technically, I've already started. I did mention Agatha all along.
Yes.
Ooh, have you guys watched it yet?
I have. I watched the first 3 episodes.
How is it?
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's actually really good. I
Is it
kind
a
of
fresh break from the
Yeah.
other Marvel rubbish
yeah,
that we
because
got?
it's Marvel's usually fighting. It's like jokes, confusion.
Music?
Music is really like I
haven't
just
seen
like it.
but-
The one thing is that I could notice continuity errors very quickly in it,
Yeah.
but that also doesn't help because
Is it little things though, or is it big things?
it's little things.
Oh, so it doesn't.
Little things. If you're
doesn't
really focusing, like I
really
was
matter.
doing in the first episode, I went, her arm has already moved, and her arms are crossed again. What? But no, I don't mind it, and I actually can't wait for the 4th episode this Thursday because I'm just like, this is actually really good, and I regret that I had watched now the 3 episodes because I was like, I'll watch the first one, then wait for the rest to come out. Nah, watched all
Straight
3, and I
through
went, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
I'm gonna wait until they all come out.
It's really good.
but yeah.
It's like a refresher.
I wasn't
From
going
all
to
the
watch
Marvel
it,
stuff.
but maybe. I love Aubrey Plaza,
pretty
so I
convincing.
might do it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think it's quite good. Again, it's only the first 3 episodes are out, and I'm saying it's good. It may get worse. It may not. I don't
You'll
think
see,
it's
you'll see,
bad.
you'll
I
see.
think it's better than some of the stuff they've done.
Good
Yeah,
to hear.
yeah.
I don't even know how it's being reviewed or anything. I
No,
haven't heard much
it's
about it.
nowhere.
Yeah.
No, I was expecting it to be so much worse. But I'm glad to hear that it isn't, and I'm definitely gonna watch this.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Movie news, Jake. You've written a lot.
There's a lot to talk about. It's more mostly upcoming releases,
Yeah.
things that are coming out.
Do we want to start with the celebrity news though?
Yes, we've had 2 very sad celebrity deaths recently. The first one came a little bit later as of recording, but we lost James Earl Jones, the legendary actor, voice actor primarily, for Darth Vader and also Mufasa in The Lion King.
And a whole bunch of other things. He's done so much.
He's got a legendary career. Rest in peace to him. He's awesome. One of the most recognizable voices ever. And then a few days ago, we lost Maggie Smith, who is obviously McGonagall from Harry Potter, but
Yeah.
and a bunch of other things.
She's in Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
And
They
Nanny
both-
remember.
McPhee.
Nanny McPhee.
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
second one.
They both had long and really,
Yeah.
big careers. So
Very
yeah.
sad.
very sad,
Yeah.
But
thanks to them for giving us.
But also a
Awesome
little
stuff.
coincidence. Maggie Smith died on the same day this year.
Oh, at that
Michael
Gambon?
Gambon. Michael Gambon did last year. So
Yes.
maybe it's
Yeah.
just a Harry Potter thing.
Maybe
Maybe.
it is just a Harry Potter thing.
Should I do trailers first or the upcoming releases first?
Let's do upcoming releases.
Okay. Well, this one has come out last week in Australia, but I want to talk about it. The new film from Francis Ford Coppola, the legendary director of The Godfather, Godfather 2, Apocalypse Now, many films, has come out with a new film called Megalopolis. He's had this script for 40 years. It's a $120 million budget. And he put up his own, he sold half of his wine company to make it.
Oh my god.
And it's getting terrible reviews. A lot of people, it has its defenders, but a lot of people are not liking it. And I'm just dying to see it because I've heard it's
Are you
crazy.
going to see it?
Sorry?
And you're going to see it in...
I am planning to see it this weekend, a double feature with Joker 2, which I'm also going to see. So that's going to be a fun weekend for me. I'm going to give Megalopolis a chance. I don't think it's going to be good, unfortunately. But I think I could get something out of it because I've loved the trailers. I've loved the actors. He is obviously a great director. Whether he's lost it or not, we'll have to see. Await my review. But yeah, a lot of people don't like this film. But it's a big release this year. Joker 2 I mentioned. Excited for that one. We've also got Saturday Night, which is the movie about the first episode of Saturday Night.
I'm excited about that one.
I can't wait for this one. It's getting really good reviews at festivals. It comes out on Halloween. It's got a really great cast. J.K. Simmons, Willem Dafoe, and a bunch of young actors like Gabriel LaBelle, Cooper Hoffman, Rachel Sennett. And yeah, it's supposed to be really an exciting film.
Yeah.
Then there's also The Apprentice, which is the film about Donald Trump, starring Sebastian Stan.
No.
Oh my
Jeremy
god,
Strong.
Sebastian.
Sebastian Stan's playing Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
There's a trailer for it, right?
Yeah. It actually
I
looks
have
really good. I'm
Yeah.
really excited for it. It's coming out in obviously an election year where he's running, which is really
That's-
interesting and really silly. But I don't know what stance it makes on him. I haven't really watched the trailers, but I really like Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong, so I'm going to see it for them, if anything.
Yeah.
Jeremy Strong has another movie. Sorry, Sebastian Stan has another movie coming out this month, I think, called A Different Man, which is a film about he's like the lead actor, but it's a film about this guy played by Adam Pearson who has a disfigured face, and it's about morphing into a new version of yourself played by Sebastian Stan. It's supposed to be really good, really emotional. I'm really excited for that. We've also got Venom: The Last Dance, which is the new Venom film. I think the Venom films are obviously bad, but so ridiculous and so funny that I kind of like them. So I'll definitely be seeing Venom: The Last Dance. I mean, the trailer for Venom: The Last Dance has a horse turned into Venom. Of course I'm going to see it. We've also got Gladiator 2, which is I'm just so excited for. I think it's going to be great. Then there's A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan film. And we've got Anora, which is the new Sean Baker film. He's the filmmaker that made The Florida Project, which is a big indie film. This film won the Palme d'Or at Cannes this year.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of love. Supposed to be one of the best movies of the year. Can't wait to see it. And lastly, Nosferatu. Trailer came out today. I'm not going to watch it because I just want to go in as blind as possible, but I'm so excited for this movie by Robert Eggers, who made The Northman, The Lighthouse. Tons of good films. I'm really excited for this one.
So much that's come out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's go into trailers though, because there's a couple that I know I want to talk about,
Yeah.
but that are a bit of a surprise. I think one of them definitely surprised me quite a bit. I didn't think about it, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. So let's do. Did you order these?
I didn't really order them. I already talked about Nosferatu. So you can move on to
All right,
Ballerina.
well, let's go to Ballerina then. That one surprised me because it's an extension of the John Wick franchise, which I think is really good to continue because it's such a cool franchise.
It is.
But it's I think the way that they're doing it is that they're kind of relying on that on what image that franchise has built up to then sell this movie, which I don't understand.
It's very strange.
It is really weird, but that I don't know. I get why they're doing it because it happens a lot with a lot of movies. But it is a bit like this could stand on its own. Ana de Armas, who plays the main character,
It should.
is incredible. So
No, she's great.
I guess we'll see.
Her in the John Wick style movie is an awesome idea,
Yeah.
especially because she's so great in No Time to Die as like this bumbling assassin. So if it was sort of like that in this, I'm totally in.
Yeah.
I want to watch
Yeah.
her
I hope it's more like that because in No Time to Die, she was amazing. She was the best part of that movie.
100%. She should have been in more of it.
Yeah, and I think this one's going to be a lot more serious. So
Which just
We'll
makes
see.
sense. But yeah, we'll see.
I have my doubts, but we shall see.
I'll be there.
Mhm.
Keanu's in it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Also, Arcane Season 2. A couple of things have come out. There's little shorts going around on social media that the studios posted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so keen for it. I think the soundtrack, they're slowly announcing artists for the soundtrack, which people are really excited for.
Who have they announced?
I actually don't remember, but I can have a look.
That's all good.
He's not prepared.
I'm not prepared. Sorry, I'm not as good as you, Jake.
It's okay. I'm not good.
But there's a song that's come out called "Paint the Town Blue," which is incredibly
Who made that
popular.
one?
I've seen it everywhere.
I'm just gonna keep quizzing you.
Don't quiz me like that. Don't quiz me. I don't know.
Ella Langley.
It's by. Oh my god! It doesn't say. It doesn't say on Apple Music.
A shink.
I think so. Yeah. It's
Shinko?
all of the songs are made for the TV show, which is great.
Yep.
Cool. But yeah, I think I'm excited for it. It comes out in November,
Nice.
so I don't know if we'll have an episode about it,
Mm.
but we'll see. We'll see, because I am super keen for it. Season 1 was amazing. I watched it a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, I've wanted to watch it.
Here we go. So here are the artists revealed. They are.
I know one person.
I
Two
Don't know if I can read this very well.
Shinko, David,
David.
Deserve Fever 333. The names you people will know
Alright.
is 21 Pilots.
Yeah,
and Stray Kids.
21
probably.
Pilots.
Cheryl Lee
is
Rapp,
interesting because they're such a big band. So,
Yeah. Are they
yeah,
still?
yeah, they've been around forever.
I know they've been around. I didn't know if they were as big nowadays.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to get some publicity,
Mm.
but we'll see. That's so cool. And then finally, Mickey 17. I don't know anything about this. Do you
So
wanna-
Mickey 17 is the new film from Bong Joon-ho. He directed Parasite. You might have heard of that. But it stars Robert Pattinson, Steven Yeun, Toni Collette, and Mark Ruffalo. It's a sci-fi black comedy. It looks just awesome. He is an awesome director. This cast is great. Robert Pattinson, like I said, is one of my favorite actors, so I can't wait for this. And the trailer just looks great. It's such a unique concept based off a book. It's coming out in January 2025. And
Well, that's a lot of upcoming releases and trailers.
Indeed.
That's
Lots.
so good. We don't usually have much to talk about, so that's really good. Let's go into Pick Your Moment. Today, we are going to do... Jake?
Into the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse.
We're going to do Across the Spider-Verse.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's good. Before we started recording, actually, we were doing like little music trivia, and this came up. I think came up twice.
Yeah, it did.
But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 2023. We didn't deep dive on it.
We weren't doing it at the time, or we were doing this, but I was away. We might have. When did we start? September 2023.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I know we definitely talked about it.
Yeah, we've
but we
talked
didn't
about it
do
a
deep
bunch,
dive
but we've
on
never
it.
done a Pick Your Moment.
But this is a part of the comic book style Spider-Man franchise,
Mm-hmm.
which is incredible. And I
Mhm.
think what is it called?
Beyond?
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
It's
It
never
got
coming out.
moved back. I think it got moved back to 2026.
7.
27?
It's never coming
Yeah,
out.
it,
It's
Oh,
moved,
never-
it
man.
keeps getting moved back.
It's never coming out.
Because it was originally going to be released at the end of next year. And then
Dude, it was supposed to come out this year,
Really?
March 2024.
Well, this year. And then they decided to change a couple things and everyone was like, that's okay. Go for it. And then it was pegged for the end of next year. And then in the last couple of months, they're like, nah. we're pushing it back to 2027.
Usually I'm like, yeah, okay, take as much time as you need. But I think because it's a part 1 and it says it's to be continued, I'm not okay with waiting until 2027.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not too happy with it.
I'm not happy either.
But we'll see. Anyway, Across the Spider-Verse. I think this compared to the first one as well.
Yeah.
I think the score in this one's definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Than Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you get Spider-Gwen's theme and 2990's theme, which are just killer.
Yeah. And I think it works better.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some killer tracks in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, they are.
So, do you have a moment, Jake, that you can think of that you would eat your popcorn?
There's so many. I think the one moment when I rewatched it that stood out to me the most is like, oh my God, like this is exactly what comic books, like especially animated comic book movies should be like, is when Gwen says, "Welcome to the Spider Society," and it pulls back to reveal literally every Spider person.
Thousands of Spider people from ever.
It's just like mind expanding. Like I can't even imagine like being a kid and seeing this movie because my mind would have broke. It would be my like favorite movie of all time because it's like, oh my God, like this is. And it still does break when I see it as an adult, but yeah, I think that's my favorite moment from the film. Although there's just so many.
There's so many moments.
There are so many. I'm gonna pick one that's a little bit earlier in the film. Actually, it's when Gwen jumps out the window to go to the Guggenheim and fight.
God, that whole fight sequence.
Da Vinci
is
Vulture.
Amazing. Yeah,
It's that combination of her jumping out the window, the score,
and
the incredible visuals of this of her world.
Yeah,
I love
her world
because it's watercolor.
Yeah,
it's watercolor and it's like a mood board.
Yeah,
or like a mood ring.
Anytime her and her dad are talking, just look at the colors behind them, and you could
it tells you
talk.
Everything.
You could talk all day about that.
Yeah,
it literally never stays the same. It always changes, and it's always so interesting and so engaging. And those scenes are definitely the best part of the film to me.
Yeah, and actually, more on that. There's a specific moment when he. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. When her dad is holding her at gunpoint and she takes off the mask, and there's a side shot of them with the color, and Gwen's color is like reaching out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's such a good a good way to show like how she's feeling and what she's trying to do.
Yeah,
and by reaching out like that and. She gets shut down, but it's so clever.
Powerful.
Yeah,
because it's really hard to do that. You couldn't do that in live action. You just couldn't.
No.
So the way that this series has kind of revolutionized the idea of animation,
it's crazy.
Stylized it.
It's crazy how influential those films have already been on animation, animated films and superhero movies. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the first Spider-Verse movie is like the first. Obviously not the first multiverse story ever, but like one of the first like big comic book movies to deal with multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the staple one that actually went down well.
Yeah.
Compared to what was it? Far From Home?
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Didn't that actually No Way Home came out in 22, didn't it?
21.
Yeah.
And
so it was
Into came out 2018.
Oh, well, there you go.
So yeah, I feel like that set the tone. And I feel like Into and Across do the multiverse in the best way possible because they only deal with Spider-Man characters.
But I also think they can explore it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ties into the plot. It's not just bringing in people for random
It's not
cameos.
just like,
oh,
here's some people that played Spider-Man before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it that it's with Spider-Man, though, because that, like, the idea of Spider-Man is that he could be anybody.
Anyone can wear the mask. That's
Anyone
what
can wear the
the whole
mask.
first one film is about.
There's so many of them.
The first film makes me cry every time I watch it. There's like a narration at the end of it where Miles is like, "You can wear the mask," and it's like so unsubtle in what it's trying to say, but it always hits so hard. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just so effective.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
What's your moment, Ella?
My moment is when Gwen, I wouldn't say she's never betrayed him, but when Gwen kind of like tells him the truth and that she knows everything and that he's not supposed to be Spider-Man or anything.
During the chase scene?
Yeah, the chase scene.
Yeah. The chase scene is
heartbreaking. It's unbelievable. But this moment, she's telling Miles that it's for his own good that he didn't know, and she was trying to protect him, and like it's just this heartbreaking moment between those two characters because she's already kind of set a boundary. Like she's like, I don't want I don't want this to go further as a friendship or anything because Gwen dies. That's canon. She's gonna die if she. But then she's now like, I feel bad and I feel guilty because I'm telling him you're not supposed to be this person that you think you are. Everything went wrong in your universe, and we are trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, but this is who I am now, and I've based my entire recent couple of years of my life to this. And he
His
just
whole life.
yeah, my whole life.
Yeah.
But it's just such an upsetting moment, and she has no intentions of hurting him. It's just so heartbreaking. And that's like the moment where I was eating my popcorn because I knew everything was about to go downhill so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's a great pick.
You say this was during the chase scene?
That is during.
yeah, this is like at the very end of the chase scene.
Because I'm
when
picturing.
they're going towards like
Okay.
and
up the
he's
train.
I'm getting
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm getting it mixed up with the other one. Also, special mention for this moment when they're on the top of when they're walking around the water tower.
yes,
The sunset
yes,
and that conversation, but also the visuals.
I know.
It's like this is their friendship,
Mm-hmm.
and they're setting clear boundaries.
that's
But then the sound and it's everything about it.
Great.
Everything about that scene.
If I could pick a sequence and not a moment, it would definitely be the chase sequence.
And it's so
when
good.
as soon as that sequence started in the theater, it was like the most locked in I've ever been. I just leaned forward, and then
But
I was like, holy
I
shit.
love the references of the pointing.
Yeah, get Spider-Man.
I cursed. I said holy shit.
You said
Don't
it again
say it
too.
again. It's okay.
I've already cut.
I'll bleep it out.
That's okay. But yeah, I love the references of
Yes,
the pointing and the not knowing which Spider-Man to go for because they're all Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah. They're just throwing everything at the wall there, and it all works. It's all like it all makes sense because you're already in this crazy environment, so you're just willing to accept dinosaur Spider-Man or Spider-Man from the 60s that can't move because he's
but then it's not too
he's an
hard
old
to
version of
follow
Spider-Man.
as well because there's so much chaos on screen, but it's not too
overwhelming,
hard to
but
But
in a good way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone has a unique style. Whereas if they did this live action, it just wouldn't work. It'd be
Nope.
too messy.
Nope.
Yeah,
This is just perfect.
The
But I
budget
don't
would be a
think
lot.
You couldn't do
Yeah.
it live action.
I don't think you
'Cause it
ever
would
would
be
be able to.
Really wacky bad CG.
No, there's a
Knowing
reason
Marvel.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Knowing Marvel
is like
recently.
only 2 versions of Spider-Man you see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
they're not ready to step that far yet.
they're not that good.
Well, we'll just wait until they
Until
Secret
2027.
Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cool. Well, that was Across the Spider-Verse.
that's a good one.
Come watch it.
Yeah.
Finally, go for a game of quick pitch.
Sounds
but while we're figuring out director,
Okay.
actor,
yeah
genre, let's talk about some Film Society stuff.
yeah.
So unfortunately, we're gonna have to cancel trivia because we haven't gotten an email about it.
So sad.
We don't.
So sad.
We can't do trivia, unfortunately. It was a lot of fun last time, but that's okay. We still have the Soviet screenings going on.
Yeah,
And
I don't know when those are back on again.
I don't know. We'll have to talk to Ben about it. But keep an eye on Instagram. Keep your eyes peeled because it will be up there. We also still have the film festival at the end of the start of November, end of semester on November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody get excited. Put your best work into it.
Put your everything into it.
Put your everything into it. You don't have to be from UC. So if you know
No.
any film friends outside of UC, get them to submit it.
Please.
I think that the early bird deadline has already gone, unfortunately, but we're going to do an official announcement super soon on Instagram about everything that you need to know to submit to it, all the categories, and also some potential sponsors for the prizes. So keep an eye on that one. Yeah, that's Film Society stuff.
Yeah. Not much,
Not much.
unfortunately, but it's been very busy for us.
Yes, we have all been working on our third year film, so that's why we haven't been around as late.
Yeah.
Sorry about
And we've
that.
all wrapped. You've wrapped both films, haven't you, Jake? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The one I have directed is wrapped. The other one I'm ACing on has not wrapped, but one more shooting day.
Oh, what's that? What's the other one?
It's called Eyes Wide Open.
Oh, is that
You're a scene on it.
No.
Who's your DP?
Brendan,
What camera is
okay.
he using?
Black Magic.
Don't.
know.
When are you filming?
Next week, Tuesday.
Wow.
Wow.
No.
And then the picture lock meeting. Got to edit it.
I think it's
straight away.
I think we've gotten a separate picture lock meeting for that one. That's not my project, so I'm not really
Yeah,
So
fair
not
on
enough.
top of the
Mind.
dates on that one.
That's fair.
Whose project is it? Noah's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've more been focused on bicycle, which is
Yeah.
wrapped this past Sunday.
I'm so
And
excited.
you guys have
for
wrapped
it.
too.
Yeah.
We have wrapped.
We wrapped yesterday.
We wrapped yesterday.
2 hours early, actually, which I'm quite happy with.
No, an hour early.
We wrapped at 2.
An hour early.
We were going to... Oh, yeah.
Our
'cause
estimated
I
wrap
thought-
time was
sorry,
3.
I thought we were going to do 4. My bad.
No. I had to
We
be
wrapped
somewhere else
earlier
at 4.
than we needed to be. That's all that matters.
And that was
Um,
amazing. And, you know,
That
actually,
was good. Yeah.
saying goodbye to the
Um,
Ty and Brandon was a bit sad.
But we will be screening them at the film festival
Yes,
as
we
well. So definitely come along if
will.
you're just excited to see it. But we do also have a screening at the National Film and Sound Archive the week after. But
Yes.
just because you go to one doesn't mean you can't go to the other. So you should definitely come to both. I
Exactly.
would highly recommend it. Anyway, let's play some quick pitch.
Yes.
So the genre for today
Yeah.
is an action film.
Oh.
Just a
Denis Villeneuve.
Straight up action film. Denis?
Elizabeth
film.
Olsen.
Olsen.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Olsen, Denis Villeneuve, action film.
Wow.
What's happening?
Ooh.
Are we going stereotypical?
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
No, it can't be stereotypical.
No, it has to be like.
Grounded in reality. What happened to Elizabeth Olsen? Was
What
she
happened to her?
a super spy?
Mm.
Maybe.
Was she a regular person that got kidnapped? Find out this.
There's a
and
lot of
more
films that
in
she's
the
done
next
where
episode.
she's like been either brainwashed, kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, girl, come on.
Let's make her an action star, a protagonist, saving the world.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Do we want to
Um,
do typical Mission Impossible style?
No.
No, I don't
It has
think
to be
so.
large scale. It has to be big ideas in a big universe. Or maybe not. I mean, he's made some.
Could be little.
He's made some smaller films, but I
We-
feel like Denis nowadays is just
It's
only
very
wants to work
grandiose.
on the biggest scale possible, which is all I want to see from him, to be honest. not to put him in a box, but he's probably the best filmmaker out right now at capturing scale.
Action probably
Yeah.
limits him a bit, to be fair. Just action, or could we?
It
could
does,
do
it does.
Action
We can make it.
We
We
could do
can
action.
blend it.
something.
I don't want to give him sci-fi
No.
because
That'd be
He's
too
done
easy.
it. We know he can do it. Like an action. God, what mixes well with action? An action comedy, maybe. I would like to see him take a crack at comedy
And
I
Elizabeth
think there's
Olsen
funny
would
moments.
kill that.
in the Dune films, especially the second one.
Yeah.
When Javier Bardem, whenever Javier Bardem is
He said,
speaking,
"Okay."
yeah.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Olsen can be really funny. So an
Javier
action
is
comedy, kind of in the style like Mission Impossible, James Bond, like slapstick kind of,
Yeah.
but not as serious as those kind of get,
Yeah.
or maybe as serious as those get.
So you're thinking like
So not like Spy, but like
My Spy or like Essential Intelligence with Kevin Hart in the role.
definitely not anything close to that movie.
Not that far?
How do
Little-
you make an action comedy on a big scale? Like that's so interesting.
Because you have to have massive. It would be massive set pieces, but you'd also have to. It would be the location would have to be somewhere magnificent,
Yeah.
somewhere that has that grandiose scale,
Mm.
and probably has. You can sell
Yeah.
to that audience.
We can make it a little bit sci-fi, set it in a future world, but not like, kind of like how Civil War is technically sci-fi.
So
a
it could be
sci-fi
like
movie.
alternate reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine Denis doing Civil War though.
It'd be a lot better. As much as I like that movie, it would be a lot
It would
better.
have been bigger, more budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is toughy. I think if you put these action sequences in large places in the world,
Mm.
that could grant an opportunity for that.
That'd be cool. So if you had it in like New York City,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be
something
that
like
would be-
like
that's high
Shanghai
potential.
or something like that.
Yeah. No, I like a New York City style type, a little bit of a thriller, a little bit of a just like crazy action sequences.
Mhm.
set against the backdrop of these huge skyscrapers, huge landmarks.
The final confrontation, they climb the Statue of Liberty, and
Dude,
she's
that-
like, "For America," and
Yes.
blows it up.
That's if I make it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She blows it up. That's un-American. Yeah, this is an interesting
Something like that.
idea.
Who's our antagonist?
Uh,
What does our antagonist do? Let's figure out what they do, and then we'll fit a person to it.
maybe our antagonist is trying to very simply take over New York City.
Yeah, maybe it could just be like a simple terrorist plot, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then it could be she's excommunicado from the FBI. She needs to
Yeah.
go and mess him up.
Yeah, this is pretty much Mission Impossible.
I'll
John
say
Wick,
this is giving like really.
Yeah, so nothing's original nowadays. But I reckon we should put Ewan McGregor in as the bad guy.
That's a great
Oh
call.
my
reckon
god,
that's a
that
great
would
call.
go hard.
That would go hard.
Kill it. And no more English guys.
No, it can't be
No
English.
more English
Can't
guys.
be English.
Yeah.
Something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. A lot of helicopters.
Mm.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of
Lots of aerial stuff.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
parkour across
A lot
buildings.
of
That would be so sick.
RPGs, bazookas, blowing up stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Like the Dark Knight Rises.
This
in
would be
the
a very
tunnel.
simple film for Denis to make, but I think he could do it well. You know what I mean?
I don't think he'd want to make it, unfortunately.
No, he wouldn't. It's not complex enough for him.
No.
But I feel like I want to
It
see
would still
him.
be pretty.
I want to see him do more action sequences. I feel like Dune, Part 2 especially, has just some of the most unbelievable choreographed action sequences that
Yeah.
that cut way too soon. Like the one where they're taking over the harvester.
Yeah, yeah.
it's
yeah.
like
and it's just
unbelievable. I get
Like, cool,
thrilled
you
every
took
time I
out
see it.
You took out the oh my god, what's it called? The helicopter.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I
you
want
took out
more.
the aerial
I
support,
want
and
more.
then you just killed it.
I want more.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's
More
so
of that.
thrilling and he's so good at it.
Mhm.
And especially when it's like the siege and like they're all running towards the group and it's like it cuts away because he's more focused on the Paul's journey, which I appreciate. It works for the film, but I'm also like, yo, give me more action because I'm a simple guy.
You just
When
want
I
Yeah.
see well filmed action sequences,
which are
set
hard
to
to do.
crazy scores, I'm just like, hell yeah.
What do we call it?
That's why I love Tenet. What do we call it?
What do we call it?
Mm.
Because it would need to be. What do we call it, Ella?
I don't know.
This is always the hard part because you always, if you're ever writing a script, usually you find the name halfway through at the end or when you're showing it to
yeah,
people.
because some people have a name straight away. Some people don't.
Because projects have
Some projects that just don't have a name at all.
no, they
even
don't.
throughout production.
Yeah, yeah. Projects do have code names. Like Joker was Romeo, because then the second one was going to be and Juliet,
Oh, really?
which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and
Um,
the same with the Multiverse of Madness was named something else, and it's you see it on all their slates, and you go, "What the?"
Yeah, it's like,
Heck?
what is that?
Yeah, it's because they don't have the name yet.
It's a mayonnaise commercial.
It's a mayonnaise commercial, but like I don't know. Mm.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to figure out. Guys, send us a DM.
Send us a DM
Let us know.
if you have a
because
title idea.
New York City takeover.
We've done
New York
like
City takeover.
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 Yeah, I like takeover.
That sounds cool. Let's just do it. Let's just with in brackets working
Taken
title.
over.
Taking over.
Tooken over.
Took it over.
Tuk.
Tuk tuk.
Yeah, taken over. Taking over.
Yeah.
And then the bad guy can be really cheesy and say,
and it says the title.
I'm taking over
Oh
now.
my God.
And then you'll be like, he said the name, roll the credits.
We need a second one.
Wait a second, go again. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Taking over.
Taking
There
over.
we go. Producers,
Sweet.
you know where to find us.
You know where to find us, yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh my gosh. I think I blanked halfway through you guys were talking.
Yeah,
I was
you
like, I
just
have
kinda
no
went, like,
idea what was going on.
Quick pitch
Silent.
just turned into rambling about films we kind of want to see.
Yeah, it
but
does
not
help if
totally.
you have like
Mhm.
all writers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's
It's,
okay.
it's always fun to try and figure out it though. It's a good
Yeah,
exercise.
it's like playing with different ideas and
Yeah.
seeing it bouncing off each other. I
Some
like it.
some work better than
Yeah.
others, of course.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
some things like
I think
are
the
just
first
made
one
for-
we did was the best.
which one was that?
With Mark Hamill. as the
Yeah.
love interest for the space
Yeah.
delivery man.
See, that just works.
It just works. Like, it's dumb, but
Yeah.
it works. Yeah. Cool.
Amazing.
Well, that's it for us today. Thank you for joining in. And we hope to see you next week. That's a wrap.
Bye.
See ya.